The number one question that I've been getting pretty much all month long is, how do I change the neckline of my dress? And so I decided to show you how to change your neckline from a little V-neck like this to a much wider scooped out neckline like this one. And to tell you the truth, it's so simple. Once you take the plunge, I'm sure that you're going to be changing all kinds of necklines. So let me show you how to do that. To start things out, I went ahead and traced out the size 8 of this Allison tent dress. This is the girls' version. We're going to change this neckline by scooping it out and rounding it a bit. And then we're going to use bias trim to bind the edges here. So we're going to attach it along this edge, and then we're going to lower the neckline a bit as well to provide a little more space for a head. So to start things off, I'm just going to grab my tape and tape this down to the table so that it doesn't move and I can measure things out a little easier. Now I'm going to measure down 1 inch here, and I'm going to grab my marker and draw a little straight line right here. And then I'm also going to do the same thing at the shoulder by the neckline over here. So I'll measure out 1 inch and draw that line. Now I'm also going to measure in from this line 2 inches, and I'm going to place a little dot here to mark out that point. Grab your ruler and line up that shoulder dot with the little dot that we made, and then we're also going to connect that other dot to the center front, just like that. And now go ahead and grab something round. I'm going to use this bowl right here, and I'm just going to place it along the edge so that way I can get a nice rounded out curve, but you can use a coin or something else that's equally round. Okay, so I'm going to X this out so I know I'm not cutting along that line, and I'm going to cut this one. And there's the pattern for the front. Now we're going to work on the back one. Now for this back neckline, we're going to do the same thing. Measure down 1 inch and place a mark there. And then we're going to measure the shoulder in 1 inch, and we're also going to mark that. Now go ahead and draw in your neckline following the same curve. And if you need to use a ruler or your tape measure to measure out 1 inch, you can. I'm going to eyeball this and then check my measurements. So let me check my measurements. Okay, I got a little bit off, so I'll just fix that right there. So now draw in that line, just like that. And then we're going to cut that out, and that's our new back neckline. So you might be looking at these pin tucks and wondering what's going on with them. You can either shift them over or you can turn them into gathers. So I'm going to gather from here to here, and then I'm going to make sure that my gathering makes this about the same length as that back piece right there. And that's how I'm going to handle this piece. By lowering this neckline and scooping it out the way that we did, it's going to provide about an extra 3 inches of extra room for a little girl's head, which is going to work out pretty nicely. I like to share a lot of the tips and tricks that I've picked up over the years to help make sewing easier and more enjoyable. So if this kind of video is right up your alley, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you know the next time that there's a new video. So now that my shoulders are sewn up, I'm going to apply my bias binding at the neckline, and I'm just going to do it the simple way of sandwiching it right on over the edge there. So I actually decided to put some rickrack underneath the binding here, so I'm going to sew close along this edge to catch the rickrack. Okay, now that it's all pressed out, this is what my new neckline looks like with that rickrack and that bias tape. I think it looks so cute. And that's all that's to it. I hope you like this trick, and if you do change your necklines, definitely tag me on your makes over on Instagram. Don't forget that every day this month that I'm showing up, we're also having another really amazing creator show up. And today, that is Talisha from Creativity by T. And she likes to show the big girls some love with her dresses. So definitely check out her video there. And if you missed the kickoff video with all of the details for Project Dress a Girl 2022, click right up there.